Most of us learned how to work with polymer clay assuming that it's going to be similar to baking. And if you ever baked cookies, you learned that parchment paper was something that's really valuable. So we have this idea that if you take your clay and you get your roller and you put it on a piece of parchment paper, and then you start rolling it out, and you're like, oh, okay, this is good. Fine. But pretty soon it starts sticking to your roller. And then you just, okay, fine. And then you're, all right. And next thing you know, this is moving, this is happening, and it's sticking to the roller, and you want to cry, and swear words come to mind. What do? Those of us who've been working with polymer clay for a while don't actually use parchment paper. We use a glossy work surface. If you use a glossy work surface like a big piece of glass or a glossy ceramic tile, then it's really easy to go ahead and roll out. It doesn't stick to your roller. Your clay stays where it should because it sticks more to the glossy work surface than it does to the tools. The big objection that newbies have to working in this manner is that how do you get the clay up from here? Well, your first instinct is to pick it up like this. Well, that doesn't really work well. That causes problems. So instead of doing that, you need to use a long blade. This is a scraper blade or a tissue blade. It's long blade. I'm going to use it to release the clay from this work surface. And the way that you do that is you take your blade, you put it in both hands with your holding your thumb and finger like this. You put it on the glass. Don't lay it flat. Don't lay it at a up and down, straight up and down. Put it at about a 45-degree angle and make sure that both sides are touching the glass. And go ahead and come down and slide this underneath the sheet. Now, if you come down halfway and stop, the clay gets stuck to the blade. So the best way to handle it is to come down and don't stop. Go all the way through. Now it's released from the work surface and you can pick it up easily. And it's going to freak you out, especially if you have a really delicate slab and you don't want to hurt it. Trust me, just go ahead and go all the way through. You'll be fine. It's stopping that causes the problem. By the way, a little caveat here. If you're having trouble with it sticking to everything and sticking to your cutters, and no matter what you do, it doesn't seem to be working, and you use your cutters and everything's just sticking and goopy and gross, it's driving you bonkers, leach your clay. Clay should not be this soft. This is way too soft to use. It's driving me bonkers. I've been trying to do this video and it's not going well because I was using this clay. And anyway, I just wanted to show you that if you're frustrated and you're having trouble handling it, leach the clay. It's probably too soft. Okay, back to the topic at hand. Removing and lifting your clay from your work surface. Let's say you've got cutter pieces with your leached clay and you want to be able to get these up. All right. You use the same process. You're going to use your blade. There are two things to know here. One, make sure that your clay is properly leached so that it is not too soft and sticky because it will distort. And number two, when you come through with your blade, come at it with a sliding motion if you need to. And also don't stop, just come all the way through and then they will not distort. You can also carry them, pick them up on your blade like that